Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and act upon that assumption, and you will soon see it manifest in your world. Neville Goddard. The moment you test it, you will know. You see, this teaching isn't about blind faith or wishful thinking. It's about applying a principle that works without fail when understood and used correctly. It's about recognizing the creative power within you, a power that has been at work your entire life whether you realize it or not. Every experience, every circumstance, every event that has unfolded in your life is a result of the imaginal acts you've entertained. When you test this principle consciously, with full awareness of what you're doing, you will know its truth firsthand. The idea of testing is simple. You deliberately imagine a scene, as if it were real, and persist in that assumption until it hardens into fact. This is not a process of begging or pleading with some external force. It is the conscious realization that the power to create is within you. You are not waiting for a deity or an external force to grant you your desires. Instead, you recognize that your imagination is the source of all that you experience. The world responds to the assumptions you hold, and when you assume the reality of your desire, that reality must manifest. To test this principle, begin by identifying something specific that you want to experience. It doesn't have to be grand, it can be something simple, something that feels attainable, yet out of reach based on your current circumstances. Now, here is where the power lies. Instead of hoping for it to happen, you imagine what it would feel like if it were already true. Close your eyes and create a scene that implies your desire has been fulfilled. It could be as simple as hearing a friend congratulate you, or seeing yourself in possession of what you want. The key is to feel the reality of that scene in the present moment, not as something that will happen in the future, but as something that is happening now. As you engage your imagination in this way, you are shifting your inner state. You are planting the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and once that seed is planted, it will grow. The external world will rearrange itself to reflect the assumption you've held in your imagination. But here's the most important part. You must remain faithful to that assumption. Doubt and fear will arise, as they always do, but your task is to remain steadfast in your belief that what you have imagined is already a reality. Do not waver in your conviction, for the moment you begin to entertain thoughts of failure, you undo the work you've done. When you test this principle, it's not about forcing or struggling to make something happen. It's about allowing. You've already planted the seed, and just as a seed knows how to grow into a tree without your interference, so too does your desire know how to manifest without your constant worry. Your job is to live in the end, to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled, and to trust that the outer world will conform to that inner reality. This trust is not passive, it is an act of faith, grounded in the knowing that what you have imagined must come to pass. The moment you test it, you will know because the results will be undeniable. You will see that the world around you shifts to reflect your inner state, that people, events, and circumstances move in ways that bring your desire into physical form. It might seem coincidental at first, but as you continue to apply this principle, you will recognize that there are no coincidences. Everything is the outpicturing of your imagination. The world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. And once you grasp this truth, once you test it and see the results for yourself, you will realize that you hold the key to your own destiny. You are not at the mercy of fate or chance. You are the creator of your reality, and you have the power to shape your life in any way you choose. This is not philosophy, it is practical, and it is provable. The only requirement is that you test it for yourself. So, as you move forward, I invite you to put this to the test in your own life. Choose something specific, something meaningful to you, and commit to imagining it as if it were already real. Don't just think about it, feel it. Allow yourself to experience the emotions that come with having your desire fulfilled, and stay in that state until it becomes natural to you. You may be surprised at how quickly the outer world begins to shift to match your inner vision. And once you've tested it and seen the results for yourself, there will be no turning back. You will know, without a doubt, that this principle works. You will understand that the creative power of the universe resides within you, and that you have been using it all along, whether consciously or unconsciously. The difference now is that you are aware, and with that awareness comes the ability to deliberately shape your reality. This knowledge is both liberating and empowering, for it means that nothing is impossible. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself through your assumptions and beliefs. But now that you know the power of your imagination, you are free to create a life that reflects your highest desires. So, test it. Test it today, and you will know. Once you've tested the power of your imagination, you'll find that the process is not just about a single act but an ongoing practice. Each day presents new opportunities to align your inner world with the reality you wish to experience. It's important to recognize that this practice is not confined to a moment of meditation or visualization. It becomes a way of life, a constant awareness that the thoughts and feelings you entertain are creating your future. Every interaction, every reaction, every fleeting thought is contributing to the shaping of your reality. It's a dance between your inner world and the outer experiences that follow. The key is to remain mindful, to catch yourself when you drift into doubt, fear, or negativity, and to gently bring yourself back to the feeling of your wish being fulfilled. It's not about suppressing or ignoring negative emotions, but about acknowledging them and choosing a different inner state. This shift is where your power lies. You may find that this practice reveals aspects of yourself that you were unaware of before. Perhaps there are old beliefs or fears that surface as you consciously direct your imagination. Don't be alarmed by this. Instead, see it as an opportunity to release those limiting beliefs and replace them with new, empowering ones. Each time you catch yourself in a negative state and consciously choose to shift, you are reinforcing the power of your imagination. The world will test your resolve, often in subtle ways. You might encounter situations that seem to contradict what you've been imagining. But these moments are not a sign of failure, they are an invitation to deepen your faith in the creative process. When faced with such contradictions, your task is to remain anchored in the state of your wish fulfilled. Instead of reacting to the external world, you reaffirm your inner state, knowing that the outer world is merely a reflection that can and will change. This practice requires persistence, but it is not about force. You cannot force your mind into a state of belief. Instead, you gently guide it there through consistent practice. The more you engage your imagination, the more natural this process becomes. Over time, you'll notice that your desires manifest more quickly, and the gap between your inner state and the outer manifestation begins to close. This is because you're developing a deep trust in the process, and that trust accelerates the results. It's also important to understand that you don't need to focus on how your desires will manifest. The how is not your concern. Your only job is to live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to assume that it is already done, and to let the universe handle the details. Often, the way in which your desires come to pass will surprise you. The universe operates in ways that are beyond our conscious understanding, but it always delivers what we assume to be true. As you continue this practice, you'll find that your desires are not static. As one is fulfilled, new desires will arise. This is the natural expansion of life. Don't resist this process, allow yourself to continuously evolve, setting new intentions and imagining new realities. There is no limit to what you can create. The only limits are the ones you impose on yourself through your beliefs and assumptions. When you make this practice a part of your daily life, you begin to see the world differently. You realize that everything around you is malleable, subject to the creative power of your imagination. You are not bound by circumstances or conditions. You are not a victim of fate or chance. You are the creator, and the world is your canvas. So, as you go about your day, pay attention to the thoughts and feelings you hold. Every moment is an opportunity to test this power, to consciously direct your imagination toward the reality you wish to experience. The more you do this, the more you will know the truth of this principle. You'll come to see that life responds to you, and that the power to shape your reality is always within your reach. Now, before we end, let's take a moment to make sure you stay connected to more of this life-changing wisdom. If you found value in today's message, take a second to like this video. Your support helps to spread these teachings far and wide. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. By doing so, you're ensuring that you'll never miss another powerful insight that could shift your reality in profound ways. If you want to stay informed and be the first to receive the latest content, click the notification bell. This way, you'll be directly notified every time something new is posted. Another way to stay engaged is to share this video with someone you care about. Helping others discover these teachings not only supports them but also reinforces your own understanding. And lastly, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your breakthroughs. Engaging with others on this journey can deepen your own practice, and your voice matters.